In the previous video, we have learnt about the difference between marketing as well as selling, and we also have understood that marketing has got various functions in it. Now, in this video, let us try to understand what are different functions of marketing. Now, if we look at different activities of the marketing, in essence, these functions collectively form the backbone of marketing. If at all, after knowing all different functions of marketing, we get the feeling that different functions of marketing are forming like the backbone to the marketing activity and allowing business to understand, reach and satisfy their target audience. Ultimately, consumers have to be understood. What is that they are expecting is to be understood, and they have to be reached with the right product which is as being expected by consumers. And after consumption, consumers should feel satisfied. Then only company could able to produce the product according to the need of the consumers. Now, while staying competitive in the ever changing landscape, this has to be kept on consistently, competitively by the organization in the ever changing landscape. If you look at, consumers are going on changing in their expectation, or else once when lower need is being satisfied by consumers, a higher need evolves. Now, according to the changes which is happening in the mindset of the consumers, and at the same time these expectations are also being raised by competitors through their different products. And again, in the retaliatory form, even organizations also have to understand this ever changing trend, and they have to come up with product addressing to the consumers, where always they have to see that their products are looking better in the market compared to the competitors. Now, let us try to understand what are those different functions of marketing. To begin with, marketing has got a research function, marketing research as a function, and in this marketing research as a function, it is nothing but systematic gathering, analysis and interpretation of information about the market. About the market, if you look at, there are various types of people and there are various types of products. Let us name a particular product. That product has got various needs. All needs cannot be imbibed or included in one particular product. Then what is that segment to which they are willing to sell their product? What is the expectation of the features of the product in that from that particular segment? Then what all it includes, information needed to be gathered, and after collecting the information, that is to be analyzed and that is to be interpreted. Once when after interpretation, an information emerge out of which that gives concrete idea to the organization to produce the product. Now, that includes information about target customers, competitors and the industry. Who are the target customers who are quite profitable, or else which is the target segment which is quite profitable, which becomes target customers to the company. And at the same time, are there any other competitors who are producing the product right now, supplying to those targeted customers? And how is the industry right now structured around, has to be studied using this marketing research. And this function helps business make informed decisions by understanding consumer needs and market dynamics. Marketers cannot take decision on their own. They have to consider all the facts which are prevailing in the industry, all the facts related with the consumers. Then only they can have an informed decision. Once when considering all the facts, decisions are being made, then they tend to be more successful than without such informed decisions are being done. Now, to have that, company needs to have information. Then information is being collected in the form of marketing research. For example, like before launching a new line of smartphones, tech company conducts market research to identify the features and specifications that will appeal to its target audience. Right now, a particular version of product is being sold, a particular version of smartphone is being sold. What is the additional features which are being expected in the existing smartphone which is being sold? Information needed to be collected, and to the next version of the smartphone, all those features which are being expected, considering the industry, they are supposed to create new version of the product. To happen that, marketers need to have information, that information is being collected with the help of marketing research. Then we have another function called product development. Once when the information is being received, later after analyzing that information, they have got concrete ideas what are being expected by consumers from this company, then that idea needed to be converted into product and product needed to be developed. Now the next function is product development, and this product development involves creating, designing and improving products or services to meet consumer demand. They have to create the product, and for creating the product they have to design the product, and they, after designing the product, they have to improve its functionality. It can be with respect to products as well as with respect to services. Now with this product and services as expected by consumers after producing, they have to meet the demand. Now in product development, the input which is being received from the research are being inculcated. Now it encompasses entire process from idea to manufacturing with a focus on delivering value and innovation. You know what all it consists of, this product development, what all it consists of, right from the initiation of the idea for producing till the process of converting that idea into product, all that which comes in between are the process. Now it ends with creation of value in the product, and for that they need to have innovation. For example, a software company consistently updates its application based on user feedback and technological advancements to enhance user experiences. You know, a software company to its clients, based on their feedback, consistently based on its clients' feedback, has to upgrade the software, and it has to consider the technological advancements which is happening around, and that has to be used for the development of this software. Now after the product is ready, the branding the product needed to be done. Like once when the product is ready, once when a child is taking birth, the child has to be named. Similarly, even with the product also, it has to be branded. Now branding enables a distinct and recognizable identity for a product or company. Like a child with the name creates an identity to the child. Similarly here also branding creates an identity to the product, and using that identity a product can be recognized. Now that identity is nothing but branding. Now this involves creating unique images through elements like logos, slogans, messaging to differentiate a brand from competitors. Like it has to come up with the name, then it has to come up with its own logos, then it has to come up with different slogans. Now using all these different elements of branding, product is being differentiated with that of competitors' product. Now for example, if we take McDonald's, where slogan if we take I am loving it, but at the same time if we take brand, two golden arches which represent M, that is McDonald's. Now these are globally recognizable and memorable. Whenever we see two golden arches, that recollects to us this is the name of the brand McDonald's. So similarly this branding needed to be done after developing the product. And once when branding is done, the later part is, our later function is advertising and promotion. Company, once when the product is ready, its identity is ready, it has to advertise everywhere. It has to reach the information that there is a particular product produced from a company which is useful to the consumers in a particular manner. That for that it has to develop advertisement, it has to develop promotional aspects. Then advertising and promotion are strategies to create awareness, generate interest and persuade consumers to take action. Now using these advertisements, using these promotions, what does company do? It is developing a strategy. Strategy for what? Strategy for creating awareness. Awareness with respect to the product. What is this product? Where is it available? How is it beneficial to the consumers? Then how is that they can purchase this product? Now through this they are generating interest in the product, and that creates the part of persuasion to the consumers so that they involve in the action called purchase. And these activities use various channels to reach consumers. They are using various channels or various means, like including traditional media, and today if we talk about there's a digital platform, even digital platform is also being used to reach the broader audience. Traditional media, for example, if we take print media, electronic media, audio, where using radio they can do, using televisions they can do, using very big billboards, are boards they can go with, which we call as traditional media. And digital platform today, if we look at, they have social media, they have various digital virtual organization which are showcasing the products, which are selling the product. Now using all these, or else they can go for search engine optimization method. Now using these digital platforms as well as blending it with traditional methodology, company can create advertisements and promotions using which they can reach the information to the consumers. They can influence them to purchase the product. Now for example, a fashion brand, it launches advertising campaign across social media platform, a particular fashion brand, to influence consumers with respect to the new clothing. They can create campaign across all different social media platforms, and they can collaborate with influencers to promote its new clothing line also. There are many people who are acting as influencers over these social medias. The company can collaborate with those influencers, and they can create a synergy where those influencers are creating stories, how the new cloth lining or the line of new cloth is really beneficial, or else is really more trendy in its look to the consumers. Now after developing brand, it is possible for the company to reach the information with the help of advertisements and sales promotion. Hence this is one of the functions of the organization. Then further, after developing, now along this, pricing goes hand in hand with other activities, where in pricing it involves determining the value of the product or services and setting a price that aligns with the market conditions. Now this pricing involves determining how much value that product has. For example, like if at all we have to purchase the product, what is the price of the product, or else what is the price of the services? That should align with many conditions like market conditions, customer expectation and business objective. Now that pricing, is it right pricing according to the market conditions, like what is the pricing of the competitors and what is the expectation in pricing by the consumers? Now if that pricing is being done, whatever the objectives organization has set, is it possible to reach that objective? Now it plays a crucial role in influencing customer behavior, even consumer to behave based on that price. Is it their suitable price? If the product is suitable to the consumer, then that creates interest in the consumer. Hence it is a crucial role in influencing the behavior of the consumer. For example, like in India, anything which has the concept of 99 sells well, but that is not true with the other countries or other counterparts in the world. Now a budget airline adopts a low cost pricing strategy to attract price sensitive travelers and gain a competitive edge in the market. An airline which is trying to come up with budget tickets or low cost pricing strategy, if it wanted to come up with, why it wanted to go with low cost pricing strategy? Because it wanted to attract such travelers who are price sensitive, who don't wanted to spend much in buying the tickets of the flight, and at the same time they wanted to gain competitive edge in the market. They wanted to make their airline more attractive to all different segments of consumers. Hence they could able to have a competitive edge over the competitors, as a reason of which pricing is one of the functions of marketing. Then we have the next function. Everything is made ready, product are to be reached to the consumers. The next function is distribution, and distribution is the function that ensures products and reach customers efficiently. Now this is ensuring the products in its whatever condition, it has to be kept intact and it has to be reached to the consumers more efficiently, using less time, using less cost and in condition. Now it involves selecting and managing distribution channel, optimizing inventory and overseeing logistics to meet customer demand. It involves what? It involves selecting different modes of transportation and then managing the distribution of these products to the places wherever the demand is through the different channels, and trying to optimizing the inventory and overseeing logistics to meet customer. Optimizing inventory, optimizing in its time as well as in its cost, and overseeing logistics to meet customer demand. At the same time, how this logistics can be used effectively to meet the customer demand is to be taught in this function. For example, an e-commerce platform strategically partners with courier service to ensure timely and reliable delivery of products to customers. An online store partnering with the service provider, that is courier service provider, to ensure product reaches in the promised time as showcased in their online store, or as promised at the time of purchase of the product in the online store, where that reliable delivery, same product which is being booked, which is being sent, is reaching the consumers to their place. Now distribution is also acting as one of the functions of marketing. Then we have ultimately selling, which involves the entire process, where in this selling, it is the direct interaction with potential customers to convert interest into transactions. In selling there is a direct interaction with the potential, that is future buyers, where conversion is going to happen with those consumers who are interested, they involve in transaction to purchase the product. It requires effective communication, persuasion and relationship building skills. Now what does it require? What does the required aspects of selling? In the required aspects of selling, consumers are to be conveyed effectively using effective communication. They are to be persuaded to purchase the product, and a relationship is to be built. Now the kind of skills which is required is to involve consumer more towards the activity of the sales, through which purchase process is going to happen. For example, a car salesperson engages with potential buyers. A salesman who is trying to sell the car is engaging with the potential buyers. He is trying to address the needs of consumers, that is potential buyers. What is the expectation in the vehicle? Information is being collected, and through their salesmanship or selling techniques, they are trying to convey to the consumers that their expectations are being met by that particular brand of vehicle or brand of the car, where using which they could able to close the deal, where every new vehicle is being sold to the consumer in that manner. Hence selling is acting as one of the functions of marketing. Then we have customer service. After selling, what comes is customer service. In customer service, functions focus on post-purchase interactions. After purchasing the product, again there need certain interactions. What are those interactions? Like addressing the inquiries. Consumers have a lot of issues in handling the product. Product must not have reached in the good condition, and certain situations have to products are to be replaced. Resolving such issues are to be addressed by the company, and ensuring customer satisfaction. At the same time, customer satisfaction after purchasing also needed to be ensured. A positive customer service experience contribute to the brand loyalty. Because why company need to take care of customer services? Because this positive customer service is one which is creating brand loyalty of the consumer towards the company or towards the product. Example, an online retailer offers responsive customer support to address product inquiries, shipping concerns and returns, enhancing the overall customer experience. One of the online retailers, if they are being called and if they are being asked when that product is being shipped and what are the concerns while shipping that product, how product is being handled, and if product is not being liked by consumers, what is that return policy, and at each stages enhancing overall customer experience, giving all the required information, creating a positive feeling about this online retail store is that which is required by the marketer. Hence coming up with such services is what we call as customer service. Post sales, handling consumers in the form of customer service is also one of the functions of marketing. Then we have market segmentation and targeting. Now this market segmentation, either it goes at the beginning, usually more or less this particular activity goes at the beginning, and at the beginning they are trying to fragment the consumers into different groups, and they are trying to identify one profitable group to which they are targeting to produce the product, and they are willing to sell the product. Now for example, an athletic shoe company identify, let us say Nike, it identifies and targets market segment of avid runners, creating specialized products and marketing campaigns tailored to their needs. Especially if we look at Nike has come up with different segments, like those who are health conscious, those who use shoes for running, those who use shoes for sports purpose, especially sports. If we take basketball as well as that is soccer, that is football. Now Nike has come up with different ranges of the products for catering to the needs of a different segment of these people. Now that's segmentation. Using this segmentation, a right targeting is being done to produce the goods. Now with this, company need to have a relationship management after selling the product. Along with the customer services, even relationship management is also to be done. Then relationship management function focuses on building and maintaining positive relationship with customers. Post sales, relationship with the customer needed to be done, and that's to a positive relationship needed to be done. Then only customer can be retained towards the company. And this involves personalized communication, loyalty programs, and efforts to enhance repeat business. What are the part of relationship management? The part of relationship management, if we look at, has got a personalized communication. Individually, consumers have to be communicated. And for them, based on their purchasing pattern, programs, loyalty programs are to be developed. For example, like every repeated purchase from a retail outlet, based on the pattern of purchasing, if reward points are being given, discounts are being given, consumers are going to be happy. Hence, such loyalty programs are to be launched, and efforts to encourage repeat business. Now, company needs to put effort in the direction of converting them to purchase again and again by that particular company by coming up with ideas individually to an individual consumer, and having a developing relationship in such a manner is what we call as relationship management. Then example, a subscription based streaming service, for example, like let us take Netflix. It uses data analytics to provide personalized content recommendation. What does this Netflix do? It looks at the pattern, how different episodes or movies are being seen, or web series are being seen. Based on that data analytics, they have come up with personalized recommendations, like next anything which is in line with the earlier movies which are seen, same recommendations are being sent to them to see, enhancing the user experience and fostering long-term relationship. And what will happen from this? Enhancement of user experience is going to happen, and hence that is building long-term relationship with the company. Now, with all these different functions, marketing is being viewed. Once when all these functions are integrated together and strategies are being developed, an organization is going to be successful and marketing strategies are going to be successful. With this, you all have learned different functions of marketing. Thank you.